Good morning, Year 2. It's Thursday, the 4th of March 2021, and today we're going to be focusing on discussing texts that you have read to you or that you're reading yourself. So there's going to be lots more drama today. You're going to need your equipment from Tuesday's lesson, your bag with your things packed in it ready for the journey, and you're going to need to put your winter clothes back on, ready to join Tom back on his adventure to find his dad in the North Pole. Before we do that, I would like you to summarise the story so far. If you're not sure or can't remember, it would be worth watching Tuesday's video again or having a look through the book, which is on the Padlet, just to read those first few pages. Where did we leave the story? What was the cliffhanger? And what did you predict would happen next to our character and us on this journey? Pause the video, have a chat with your adults, and then come back in your winter clothes, ready to join the adventure again. Let's recap the story from last time. So, as Tom continued his journey, it started to snow heavily. The blizzard grew wilder still, so he decided to pitch his tent. But the wind was too strong and his tent blew away. Fortunately, he spotted a small cave in the distance. He crept inside and was just settling down to have a rest when, what did you predict was going to happen? Let's have a look. A giant polar bear leapt out. Oh no. Very quickly, tell your adult an expanded noun phrase to describe the polar bear in front of you. Great expanded noun phrases, Year 2. Lots of words like white, huge, scary, ferocious, polar bear. You could add any of these words in or some of your own. Quickly. Tom ran away as fast as he could. It was getting dark, so he decided to build an igloo shelter. Quickly build your igloo shelter. We're going to have to chip the blocks together, make sure it's nice and sturdy, make sure you've got a door, and creep inside now. He built a fire to cook his dinner, laid out his sleeping bag for the night. Well done if you brought a sleeping bag or some matches with you. If you've only brought a couple, you're going to have to stay in your igloo and hopefully you'll keep warm. Tom rose early the next morning to find it had stopped snowing. He dug a hole in the ice to catch some fish for breakfast before settling out for the day. Did you pack a fishing rod? If not, you might have to make use of the food that you packed. Unfortunately, if you have no food, you're going to have nothing to eat. You might want to keep walking quickly. Finally, just as the sun was settling, Tom spotted a familiar tent on the horizon. Okay, pause your video and predict. Who does the tent belong to? What else can you see? You'll be a bit imaginative here. Think about everything else you'll be able to see. And how are you now feeling? Remembering to use those STEM sentences from earlier. Pause your video, make some predictions, and then come back to find out whose tent it is. Well done, Year 2, welcome back. Amazing predictions. So lots of you will think that the tent belongs to Dad, and I'll be really interested to know what else you can see. So maybe you could jot some of these ideas down to share with us. And you might be feeling a little bit anxious or happy or excited. Dad, he shouted as he ran as fast as he could towards it. So have a think now. Are you feeling more than one emotion? What might have happened to Dad? Why did he go off the radar? Great feeling words, Year 2. So you might be feeling very excited that you found your dad in his tent. You might be feeling worried about what's happened to him. You might be feeling happy that you finally got to him and that you've got somebody you feel safe with. You might be feeling a little bit nervous or on edge. What might have happened to Dad? Let's find out. His dad was so happy to see him. He had broken his foot when he fell from a cliff and had been unable to let his rescuers know where he was. Right, now it's your turn to act quickly. You need to make some decisions on what you will do next. Did you pack anything in your bag that might help Dad? Or does he have anything in his bag that might be of use to you to help him? What do you think Dad needs the most? Have a talk now with your adult and see if you can plan the next few things that you're going to do in order to get both of you out of this situation. Use any of your equipment that you packed to help you. Remember that Dad's probably got all of this stuff packed as well. So if you forgot something, maybe have a look in his bag and see what he's got. Tom took a flare from his bag and signalled for help. Luckily, it was spotted by a rescue helicopter that was in the area, and soon they were hoisted to safety. As they headed for home, Tom told his dad all about the great adventures that he had had on his way to rescue him. And now it's your turn to tell an adult what adventures you've been on. Maybe you could mention about the polar bear or the walrus, sliding down on the rope, or building your igloo shelter. Tell them the best things about your adventure that you've been on. Welcome back, Year 2. I hope you've explained lots of exciting things that have happened to you. Did anybody add some stuff into the book on the way? Did anyone imagine something else happened that maybe they could use? We will call you the Great Explorer from now on, said his dad proudly when they were safely home. I wonder where our next adventure will take us. Well done, you great explorers in Year 2. I am so proud of you for going on this adventure, for joining in, being really excited and getting Dad and yourselves home safely. You are now an official Great Explorer, and you need to decide where your next adventure will take you. Is there a specific place that you wish to visit or a continent you wish to explore? Maybe you can think back to our geography work. Maybe there was a physical feature in the world that you just can't wait to see. Try and finish your learning today with a sentence. I would like my next adventure to take me to, and then explain the reason why. I think I would like my next adventure to take me to Italy, because I would love to see some of the famous landmarks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa and the Trevi Fountain. I look forward to hearing all of your exciting adventures that you've been on. Any notes you've made, please email them to us. We would love to see how you've engaged with this book. We'd also love to see videos or pictures of you acting out different stages of the book, and maybe even talk about the equipment that you've used on the way. Have an amazing afternoon learning. We can't wait to see your thoughts on this text, and we'll see you next week for more book talk and a new book. Well done, Year 2. See you soon.